Typically, in a 3D application, you might call this thing on the ground here a grid. It's also known as a work plane. And if you've ever used an application called Modo, you'll find that you can have the work plane move around according to what's on the actual grid itself. For example, let's go ahead and grab a cube, and I'm going to rotate this cube so I can show you how cool this is. Now, imagine just for a moment that you're working on a house. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop in another cube, and I'll go ahead and move it down so you can see what I'm talking about here. Imagine you're building a house, and that's the roof. All right, so this is the roof of the house that we have here. And let's say that you want to add some tiles to it, but you don't know how you're going to get them to line up with the angle that we have here. So first of all, let me go ahead and make this editable. I'm going to go to my polygons mode, and I'm going to click on this particular surface. Now I'm going to go to the Tools menu, Work Plane, and I'll just tear this guy off for now. And you're going to love this. Ready? Now I want you to pay attention to where the work plane is currently, the grid. I'm going to say Align Work Plane to Selection. Shebang. So the floor changes orientation to match what we're doing. The beauty of this is, let's say now that I want to create some bricks or some tiles, they will appear on this surface. And I can go ahead and manipulate these bricks. And they are the same angle as the roof. All right, so I'll go ahead and make that editable. Now let's go ahead and grab the whole object here. And let's say I make a brick here. I'll move this down. And check it out. It matches exactly, let me go ahead and once put the lines on real fast, the orientation of the roof. So I can go ahead and hold the control key, and I can duplicate this guy here. I'll make another one real fast. And next thing you know, I am building a brick wall or tiles or shingles, all snapping to the work plane. I'll go ahead and rotate around a little bit. Now, of course, you could just do that on your object in a normal fashion and rotate everybody at the same time, but that is not always the case when you're modeling. You know, if you're working on a vehicle and you want to put lights on it or you want to put rivets on it, just simply move the work plane. Now, I can also just align the work plane to a specific axis. So the entire work plane is now oriented along the X, along the Y, and along the Z axis. All right, so as you can see, you can move the work plane around. It's just very, very easy to do. So whenever you want to, once again, have the work plane aligned to a selection, simply grab a piece of your geometry and then have the work plane snap to that orientation. Or, once again, you can go ahead and just create the work plane to go whatever view or axis you want it to go in. Just a really great way to expand the tool set that you have available for creating models inside of Cinema 4D. So that is the work plane.